Ever since the 1920s, when the first real estate boom hit South Florida, the idea of owning a piece of paradise in the Sunshine State has permeated the American dream. Historically, South Florida has been at the top of the list for retirees and empty nesters. People save their whole lives in order to move to South Florida. Warm weather year-round, oceanside living, and the ability to have an active lifestyle are only a few of the characteristics that make South Florida properties so attractive. The real estate business is a competitive one, especially in a place like South Florida, and Scott and Belinda Sim have thrived as brokers for over 20 years.
I'm a commercial real estate broker. I maximize shareholder value for people looking to buy, sell, or lease commercial real estate.
I'm a real estate agent in Coral Gables and all over Miami.
We founded our company about 8 years ago. We started our own company. Belinda and I, we both had worked for large corporations, and we decided that it was time to do something on our own.
Scott and I work very well together. We bounce things off each other. He calms me when I get crazy and want to scream and holler, and then I do the same for him. So sometimes, being in the same business has actually helped us a lot. We work very well together as a team. I handle residential and Scott handles commercial, and we actually cross over our clients. A lot of our clients are shared clients, which is great because we can refer each other.
The difference between what Belinda does as a residential realtor and what I do as a commercial realtor, I think centers around the emotional component of the business. In residential, decisions are more emotional. You're dealing with someone selling their home, which is 9 out of 10 times the biggest asset that they own. So it's a major decision. You've got typically a husband and wife that have spent many years in that home. So there's a large emotional component on the residential side. In my business, in the commercial side, it's more about the numbers. It's more about adding value to the transaction. It's more about what the costs are going to be, what the purchase price is going to be, how much can somebody get for their property, is it a fair deal, what's the return on the investment. We deal with cap rates, lease rates, purchase prices. And the other thing about the commercial is it's normal business hours. It's normally a 8:30 to 5:30 work week. The weekends are typically peaceful, except for the fact that I'm married to Belinda, because her business really turns on during the weekends. The weekends she's incredibly busy, and then after hours, because in residential what happens is people get home from work, and that's when they'll leave their day job and come into this house selling process. So many of the decisions are made 7 to 1 o'clock in the morning in Belinda's business, and she's, again, I would say 5 to 6 days a week, she's either on the phone or returning emails up till 1 in the morning.
Miami is one of the fastest growing cities in the United States. Right now, it's ranked as the 8th largest city with over 6 million in population. It also ranked in the top 5 housing markets in the country, right next to New York, Los Angeles, and Washington. Florida has also been ranked as the top destination state, being one of the most popular states in the country where people want to move. The area of South Florida comprises a wide variety of real estate, where all buyers can buy something that suits their needs.
I always define Miami geographically as the Biscayne Bay to the east, the Everglades to the west, and that's a finite strip of land. And when I started in the business in the early 80s, the westerly border, or the westerly development, really only went out to about 87th Avenue, 72nd, 87th Avenue, out to the Everglades.
Within this area, you can find traditional communities such as that of Coral Gables, a city developed during the Florida land boom of the 1920s. It still conserves its predominantly Mediterranean-style architecture and Spanish Renaissance-style buildings. Today, Coral Gables is known for having some of the best restaurants in South Florida, as well as its unique atmosphere. Maybe you're looking for that metropolitan city feel, in which case Brickell is the perfect fit. Brickell has rapidly become one of the major financial districts in the United States, with its high-rise buildings offering luxury condominiums, apartment towers, and office space. Brickell is also the epicenter for Miami's banking, as well as the majority of the foreign consulates. Looking for something a little more slow-paced? Maybe you're looking for somewhere where you can raise a family, in which case the family-oriented atmosphere of Palmetto Bay couldn't be more suited. with an extensive park system that will allow your children to experience the outdoors with your peace of mind. Join Scott and Belinda Sim as they show us the hottest real estate properties in South Florida and give us all the insights on what the life of a real estate agent really entails.